Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to IZW Impulses. We've already got people in the ring ready for action. A reluctant Skull and Bones going up against the feature presentation Jay Garland in a handicap match. Our apologies to Johnny Rocks for speaking over his introduction. However, we must explain what's going on here. Before our camera started rolling, Triple X Lawrence Taylor came out, issued a challenge to the feature presentation Jay Garland, making him go against two men in one match, and not just any two men, JT, but the IZW NWA Arizona Tag Team Champions in Skull and Bones. The odds are definitely stacked against the feature presentation here tonight.
I think Jay Garland's chances of winning this chance are like winning the lottery. I mean, look, he's facing the IZW NWA Tag Team Champions. I mean, this is the best in the tag team division right here. I mean, does he stand a chance? I mean, I respect Jay Garland's wrestling ability. He's a hell of a wrestler, hell of a performer. They pay to see Jay, but I don't like his chances.
Before our cameras even started rolling, Triple X Lawrence Taylor made the challenge. Of course, Jay Garland, he was ready to go. Skull and Bones refusing to wrestle in the match, which brought out Board of Representatives, IZW Board of Directors representative Strangler Steve King, forcing the tag team champions to wrestle in the match by threatening to strip them of the titles. They handed the belts over, JT. They're ready to give away their titles instead of having to go 2-on-1 against their friend, at which point Steve King threatened to suspend them from active competition here at Impact Zone Wrestling. That's why we have this match going on again. The the IZW NWA Arizona Tag Team Champions Skull and Bones. 2-on-1 against a feature presentation Jay Garland. And of course, Jay doing all this for another shot at those unified championships, the IZW World Heavyweight Championship and the NWA Arizona Championship, JT, proving he will do whatever it takes to get that shot, another shot at those two prestigious belts.
And I think with Jay here is he's hungry. He's hungry, just like, I mean, Triple X calling him Scrap Iron, JYD, Junkyard Dog or whatever. I think Jay has the essence of a dog, sniffing and wanting that bone. I mean, that unified title is a bone to Jay, and he wants to grab that bone.
So in all stipulations, all reasons aside, this is going to be an outstanding 2-on-1 contest. These three guys have trained together. They've traveled up and down the road together. They know each other very well. Athletically, this is going to be an outstanding match, AT, as you can already see, as Miracle Mike James working over that arm, trying to pin his shoulders for the match. A lot of mutual respect going on here. As now, for Jay tries to roll him over, only gets two. Mike James, again, just trying to get that arm. A lot of amateur catch-as-catch-can back and forth by these guys, as Jay now putting the weight on the shoulders of Mike James with that front chancery, just trying to wear him down and take away that speed, which obviously Mike James has over most of his opponents here in IZW. Bernie now tagging the foot of Miracle Mike James to enter the match. Very smart move by MMJ to bring in his partner.
Interesting tag right there. I rarely have ever seen a foot be registered as a tag. I mean, the referee, Justin Freeman, looked a little confused right there, but he counted it anyway. I mean, it's a referee. You know, what he says goes.
Yeah, I mean, oftentimes you'll see a blind tag on somebody's shoulder there. Unorthodox, but it works. Miracle Mike James putting his foot out for Dread Pirate Bernie is obviously the bigger man, Bernie, here, winning the test of strength against Jay Garland. Jay, you know, obviously his back's against the wall. He can't go over to that corner and tag out when he gets tired, JT. Obviously advantage for his opponents in this match.
You know, I have to make an observation right here between Bernie and Jay. Their height differential isn't all that much. I mean, both are the same size right here, which is very interesting because not many people can say that they are as tall or even shorter or taller than Dread Pirate Bernie.
Jay Garland does come close in height, but Bernie's definitely got him. Bernie's a good 30 pounds heavier than Jay Garland in this match, and obviously has a strength advantage. Jay's an all-around wrestler, though. He can beat you with quickness, he can beat you with speed, he can beat you with power, he can beat you any way possible. And if he gets you locked in and sets you up for that special feature, it's 1, 2, 3 in the center of the ring, JT, as we've seen many times on IZW Impulse.
Well, the thing is, too, is Jay's strategy, he's got to keep one guy away from tagging each other. If I were Jay, I would actually pick on Miracle Mike James and get him in the ring and work on him versus having a big Dread Pirate Bernie right there. I'd keep him away from the ring as much as possible.
Jay's bringing the action on fast and heavy there. We saw he tried to roll up Dread Pirate Bernie, who was able to roll through, but Jay just rolled him right back around. Only got two. Quick tags here by the champs as Mike James comes in with a big elbow to the chin of the feature presentation here tonight. Rolls him over, going for the cover.
And I think this is going to hurt Jay every time is that double team maneuvers, but they can, utilize that 5 count and weaken Jay more, because that's what they're going to have to do, because Jay isn't any run-of-the-mill guy. I mean,
tremendous momentum there on the clothesline. No, we're talking about one of the top contenders to the IZW World and NWA Arizona Championships. Again, he was the final combatant in the four-way for the gold to lose to Triple X Lawrence Tyler. He nearly beat the champ a few weeks ago on IZW Impulses. He gets momentum off the ropes, drops the elbow to the chest of Miracle Mike James. And the thing about Skull and Bones, once they're forced to be in this match, once they realize they were going to have to wrestle, they're not going to hold back just because they're facing their friend. The last thing they want to do is be defeated by one man, JT. You're the tag team champions.
I don't care if you're in the ring and you're wrestling your best friend. I mean, it's feast for famine. It's every man for himself in that ring. You want to prove that you're the top dog, and Jay has to do it against the tag team champions because you know what? He's got to prove that he could beat Triple X Lawrence Tyler. And one step, this is just a stepping stone for Jay. If he can get past the tag team champions, which I don't think he will.
A couple big forearms there by Jay Garland. If anybody can do it, it's Jay, JT. Irish whip reversal there, Mike James ducking under. Trademark sunset flip by Jay Garland. Roll through with a drop kick by Mike James, using that sudden quickness to his advantage. Going for the cover, referee Justin Freemeyer in position. Only gets 2 on the feature presentation.
I think we have to call Sky Harbor International Airport right there for Jay's sunset flip right
Jay
there.
got some amazing height on that one, as he always does, and that's why the fans pay to see Jay. We got double team Flapjack now in the center of the ring by Skull and Bones. Bernie going for the cover.
I think some frequent
Only gets 2.
I think some frequent flyer miles are in the way for Jay Garland right here.
Of course, this crowd definitely throwing their support. All 3 of these men favorites of the crowd, but they're throwing their support behind Jay Garland. The crowd wants to see him earn another shot at Triple X Lawrence Tyler. Of course, Triple X won their last championship match with a handful of tights on Jay Garland, able to retain that championship. And this is not a board of directors action causing Jay Garland to work his way back up the ladder. It's a challenge made by the champ that was accepted by Jay Garland, and here tonight he's going to try to pull out a victory and work his way up to a title shot. And if he beats the tag team champions, JT, I don't see how he can be denied another shot at those unified belts.
Well, actions speak louder than words right now, and I have to say that Jay, right now, especially right now, he is not looking good against the tag team champions.
Knee to the gut there, but only gets 2. Jay refusing to give up. Here is the crowd getting behind Jay Garland. This one, the crowd wants to see him win. You almost wonder in the back of their heads, if Skull and Bones does lose this match, are they going to be happy for Jay? Or are they going to be upset with themselves, JT? It's a bittersweet match for all 3 of these competitors.
Well, of course, the friendship involved in wrestling doesn't ever work out. I mean, once you get in that ring, you got to realize that friendship is out the door. I mean, you're in the ring, you're in there to win. You know, friendship doesn't come into play. I'm sorry, if you lose because you're a friend, that's that says a lot about your heart in the business.
That's true, and JT would know, as JT, you've been wrestling up and down before in Memphis. I'm sure there have been times you got to step in the ring with your friends, JT.
Oh, of course, I've had to, and I've done anything I can to win, because that's what it's about in this business, is victory, and about that NWA, IZW World Unified title. I mean, it's all about that. In this case, they're the tag team champions. They're the top dog of the tag team division.
Yeah, they represent those championships. They represented them well. Several successful title defenses here on IZW Impulse, as well as all over the southwestern region and all over the country for Skull and Bones.
And I tell you what, they're really giving it to Jay right here. As Triple X says, they're giving it to him. I mean, I think in a way, X is giving it to Jay right here, and I know he's watching this match closely, very closely in the back.
Again, it would be quite a loss for the tag team champions if they lost to one man, JT. They are the champions for a reason. Those belts bounced around quite a lot here in Impact Zone Wrestling. It was hard for anybody to keep them around their waist. Skull and Bones have done a great job of that so far, taking on all comers, and those challenges are going to keep coming in the coming weeks. This, of course, is a non-title match. We must make that certain. Jay will not win the tag team titles if he wins this match, as he tries to fight out of that headlock now by Mike James. Forearms to the ribs, gets some momentum. Beautiful drop kick in the center of the ring. A miracle Mike James just stopping Jay in his tracks, going for the cover. Look at the fatigue on Jay Garland here. His opponent's much fresher, able to tag in and out. There's no one for Jay to tag out to.
Well, and the thing is, too, is Miracle Mike James is actually looking a little fatigued himself. If I were him, I'd actually, especially if it's one guy, I would go tag in and out. I mean, quick tags are key to essential in tag team wrestling.
Of course, Mike James now with those stomps in the corner could be setting him up for that springboard double stomp to the chest that we've seen so many times from Miracle Mike James here in Impact Zone Wrestling. Getting his momentum. There's that double stomp right to the chest.
Can we say feet to the chest right?
It might take a miracle for Jay Garland as Mike James taking a bow, deservedly so, much to the delight of the crowd here at the sets in Tempe, Arizona. Rolling him over in the center of the ring. Has the cover. Only 2, though. A lot of fight still left in the feature presentation here, JT. He does not want to give up. He wants that title shot.
I don't think he has it in him to beat these guys. I mean, it's too much. I mean, the tag team champions, you got the speed of Miracle Mike James, and you got the brute strength of Dread Pirate Bernie and the size. I mean, Jay can match up to that.
What about the deplorable actions, JT? Deplorable actions of Board of Directors Representative Steve King forcing these guys to wrestle in this match, making Jay go into a handicap match, making the tag team champions into a match that wasn't officially signed ahead of time. They were brought out, thrown in the situation. They were willing to give up their tag team titles. That's got to say something, and they were still forced by the Board of Directors representative. What are the other members of the Board of Directors going to think about that one, JT?
Hey, it makes good business. If the fans like it, hey, if the fans like it, then so be it, you know. It's for the fans. We got to remember, we are here for the fans, the IZW fans. I do agree with Board Director Steve King on that very well.
I have a feeling Triple X Lawrence Howard didn't make this challenge on behalf of the fans, JT. He made it on behalf of himself. I don't think he wants to get back in the ring.
He is a fan-friendly champion. Excuse me, Triple X Lawrence Tyler cares for his fans all the time in IZW. He represents IZW very well with flying colors. I'm very proud of our world champion.
He represents nobody but himself, JT. It's just like you said, actions speak louder than words as Jay Garland comes out of the corner with a flying shoulder tackle in the center of the ring. As a cover on Bernie, thought he had him there, but Mike James in quick to break up the pin and save his partner.
I have to say, Jay's on E right now. He's got to be on E. I mean,
he's taking a ton of punishment from the champs as he drops the knee, reversing Bernie into the corner. Jay getting some momentum now. Forearm to the face. As Bernie's head just clocks back. Jay might have knocked him out for a second there, JT.
He's got to really get the gears going as far as he got to keep one man in there and not let Bernie tagging Miracle Mike James.
The fans counting along. He's going to drop the elbow on his head. Drops the elbow to the forehead of Dread Pirate Bernie, setting him up for that special feature, JT.
I don't know if he can pick him up. That's kind of a...
Bulldog out of the corner here. We haven't seen that in a Jay Garland in a while. He's pulling out all the stops trying to win this match.
But look at Jay Garland. He can barely move. He's got barely any energy right now at this point.
He could have Bernie right here, but Mike James again. Bernie was in the center of the ring. He wasn't going to get to the ropes, and Miracle Mike James saw that, breaking up the pin there. Look, Jay is spent, JT. You're exactly right.
I don't think he's going to last much longer at this point right here.
You can see his chest heaving up and down from our ringside position, so we can hear all the fans here at the sets in Tempe, Arizona. They want to see Jay pull out the win. Mike James going for the cover. Obviously, he knows Jay's not in good shape. Still only able to get two, though, JT.
He's had no rest in this match. I mean, both respectively, Miracle Mike James and Dread Pirate Bernie have had their occasional times to rest up and stuff like that, but not Jay Garland right here. Jay Garland's in a lot of trouble.
Quick tags in and out by the tag team champions. There's a leg lariat there by Jay. Takes Miracle Mike James off his feet. The tag champs have wrestled a great match, JT, proving why they're the champions.
You see the slowness in the... And oh, what's
Jay's
this?
got him. Looks like he's trying to lock him in the Texas Cloverleaf here in the center of the ring. Mike James trying to roll through, trying to grab an ankle, do whatever he can. Jay's got it locked in.
Oh, he's in trouble right here.
You can see the payout. Bernie able to come in though and break it up. I think Mike James was going to tap JT. I think Jay almost pulled off the impossible, defeating two men in one match.
I think referee Justin Fremer was kind of lost control here with both men in the ring right here.
Jay might be out. He's just being lifted up by
I
Bernie.
think so. I mean, that was heard all over, I think, downtown Phoenix.
Has him up, drops him with the Ace Crusher in the center of the ring.
It's academic. It's over. 1, 2, 3. It's over.
That's going to do it for Jay Garland, ladies and gentlemen. The winner of our opening contest, the handicap match, are your IZW and NWA Arizona Tag Team Champions, Skull and Bones, able to pull off the victory. Obviously, we're going to have to find out what's next, what they have in store next, what Triple X has in store for Jay Garland. As we're going to throw it to a replay here, we see the assisted Ace Crusher by Miracle Mike James and Dread Pirate Bernie.
Day late,
that's all it took. Jay Garland unsuccessful in this attempt. We'll see what the champ does next to the feature presentation. Ladies and gentlemen, we are ringside with the 602 Wrecking Crew. Gentlemen, tonight you all get another shot at the men who have had your number for the past few weeks, Frenchy Riviera and Tony Trouser.
First off, no one's got our number. No one has our number. Those are flukes. Those are flukes. We're prepared for Frenchy Riviera. Where'd he come from? Tony Trouser, yeah, you got lucky a couple times. It's no big deal. We're not used to, we were prepared for that. We're not ready. We know we're facing that. We're ready. You know what? I decided to go a little bit, MLB style. Eric Burns had that hitting streak mustache. This is a losing streak beard. And it's coming off tonight, I'll tell you that.
That's right. We're going to be clean shaven. Frenchy Riviera, Tony Trouser, when they step in the ring with 602 Wrecking Crew, they won't be able to hold a candle to this flame because we're going to put it out tonight. Losing streak ends tonight. Get that mic out of my face, Greg Marco. We have to go do some training. Come on, Marty.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing first, in the corner to my left, in a total combined weight of 408 pounds, first hailing from Omaha, Nebraska, he is the Irish In the corner to my right at a total combined weight of 500 pounds. First of all, introducing from Hollywood, California, he is Tony Trouser! And his tag team partner from Paris, France, Frenchy Riviera! They are the team of Boogie
Disgusting!
Knights!
We've got tag team action, a grudge match here in front of us on IZW Impulse. JT O'Sullivan's favorite tag team, Jacob the Riot Herzberg and the Irish Hand Grenade Marty Murphy, the 602 Wrecking Crew, going up against two guys who've had their number for the past couple of months here in Impact Zone Wrestling, Tony Trouser and Frenchy Riviera. JT, your boys have had a rough time with this tag team in past weeks. They've lost to them in singles competition. They lost to them in a tag team match last week where GQ Gallo had to sub for Tony Trouser. We still don't know if it was the 602 Wrecking Crew who attacked Tony in the parking lot, JT. That's a question that is yet to be answered.
Yeah, and that's a question that will never be answered because Tony Trouser had food poisoning. So as far as 602 Wrecking Crew is concerned, they were nowhere near when Tony Trouser was hurt.
I've never seen food poisoning cause somebody to be bloody in a parking lot before, JT.
He was spewing out blood from the sushi. He had raw sushi, and the sushi didn't set well with someone like Tony Trouser.
It's like you said, we may never, JT, we may never know the answer.
Yeah, let's stay off it.
As Frenchy Riviera knocking Jacob Herzberg out of the ring, giving Justin Freemeyer an earful here, as Jacob always does. Marty and Jacob going over have a little conference. Things already starting off rough for this tag team. Of course, Tony Trouser owns one-on-one victories right here on IZW Impulse against Jacob the Riot Herzberg and against Marty Murphy in one-on-one competition. And then, of course, last week, GQ Gallo stepped up, allowing Frenchy Riviera to not have to go out in a handicap match, and they defeated the 602 Wrecking Crew right in the center of the ring. They've owned the 602 Wrecking Crew to this point, JT, and I don't see how they can pull off a victory here this week. I think the 602 Wrecking Crew is in a world of hurt right now. They got to a fight last week in an interview we conducted after their match. From what I understand, these two guys haven't even talked to each other for the past couple weeks since that match took place.
No, they've been the best of friends. I just saw them the other day. We're all hanging out. Come on. Are you kidding me? They're the best of friends. They're well put together. They are a well-oiled machine. I don't want you talking about, ooh, boy, I didn't want to watch that one.
Frenchy Riviera using that girth to his advantage now as he knocks himself.
I think that the blob from the movies called him wanted to look back.
I think you might have said that one last week too, JT, but obviously it's a good point. Frenchy Riviera uses that size to his advantage, as he did against Marty Murphy, able to lock out of that waist lock, and Frenchy doing another dance for the fans here at the sets in Tempe, Arizona. I know the fans are entertained. JT, I'm entertained too. Come on now. You gotta love this combination of Tony Trouser and Frenchy Riviera doing their dance. They also bring it in the ring. That's why they own all these victories over the 602 Wrecking Crew. It's got to kill you, JT. You've lost so much money on the 602 Wrecking Crew, and I think you're going to lose it again here tonight as Tony has the Irish Hand Grenade. A little reversal by Marty here, ducking under the clothesline. Tony doing another dance again. A little frustration in the Irish Hand Grenade's face.
What are you talking about? I actually bet on them for once because you know what? They've cost me so much money. I think I might just go with them for once. I'm still going for my boys, but I'll tell you this. I think a Trouser and Frenchy are going to, what am I saying?
JT, you bet on the 602 Wrecking Crew to lose. Wow, that shows you exactly how far they have fallen, JT. Former IZW World Tag Team Champions, and now you can't even bet on them to beat Tony Trouser and Frenchy Riviera. Tony ducking underneath the clothesline attack, rolls up, Irish Hand Grenade right in the center of the ring.
No.
Almost got him.
Oh, yeah.
No, you didn't win the money, JT. Not yet.
Boy, this is a big bet, too.
JT, you got to be conflicted now. Your boys, the guys you've been rooting on since the very first episode of IZW Impulse, and you've bet against them. Again, it's not your fault, JT. It shows exactly what they've driven you, what they've driven their fan to do.
I had no problem. I had not a gambling problem.
I never said you did, JT. I never said you did. Look at Marty just doing curls here with Frenchy. A drop kick by Frenchy Riviera.
Yes. No.
Center of the ring, Tony Trouser not able to get the cover.
Come on, Bustache. Go, Marty.
JT obviously conflicted in this one. Are you in a condition to call this match, JT? I'm not sure.
Hey, I got to be fair and impartial. I am a broadcast journalist. I'm here to do my job.
That's exactly right. You're a broadcast journalist in no way influenced by relationship nor prior betting engagement, as we have a double suplex in the center of the ring by Riviera.
Come on, referee. Get those men out of the ring.
Marty Murphy needs to make a tag move. Jacob's not even up in the corner here. He's down yelling at the fans, yelling at Tony Trouser. Again, this is what's led to their problems, JT.
No, they're fine. They're fine. They're just
huge running clothesline there by Frenchy. Only gets 2.
They need to focus. That's what's wrong with the 602 Wrecking Crew. They need to focus. They're preoccupied with stuff.
I think their most immediate need is to get Marty Murphy out of the ring. He is the worst for wear right now as he just gets driven down into the knee.
Oh,
he's spanking him, JT. He's spanking Marty Murphy. And Tony Trouser just kicking him in the rear end. Greco-Roman kick to the gluteus maximus muscles by Tony Trouser is now just thunderous right hands to the head of the Irish hand grenade Marty Murphy. Marty coming back with a knee to the midsection. Tony Trouser off of his feet. Marty needs to follow up. Put him out of commission with that European uppercut. He needs to make the tag, JT.
I didn't know it was Marty's birthday. He's getting birthday spankings.
Frenchy Riviera doles him out. You don't have to ask for him, JT. I think the panel is more than happy to give him away. Off the ropes comes Tony Trouser. Drops him. A very unorthodox maneuver by Tony Trouser. Dropping
you need to make
Marty
a
Murphy
tag,
in the center of the ring. Going for the cover.
Come on, get in there, Jacob.
Gets his hand on the ropes. Jacob's right. Herzberger was there for his partner.
Herzberg. It's not Herzberger. Come on.
Again, defending your man. That's what I like to hear, JT. Defending your
How many
boy.
times do I have to tell you, DeMarco? How many times?
7. That's Tony Trouser now making the tag to Frenchy.
Man, if I had a nickel for how many times you've said Herzberger.
Off the ropes, you'd have 35 cents. Jacob just tripped his own partner, pulled him out of the ring, yelling at Marty Murphy, told me to get his head in the game. Still yelling, still arguing.
Come on,
they got
guys.
their backs to their opponents here, though. Not a smart move, JT.
I think one's mad over.
He's trying to brush him off. I don't think he realizes who's behind him. Stereo right hands by Tony Trouser and Frenchy Riviera.
Go, guys, go. I mean, go, 602 Wrecking Crew.
Rolling him in the ring. Justin Freemeyer needs to get a hold of this match, JT. We've got all 4 men in the center of the ring. It's breaking down here at the sets in Tempe, Arizona. As Jacob ducking under the right hand, double whips to the ropes, misses the clothesline. Huge shoulder block by Frenchy, kick to the gut by Jacob.
Go for it.
Finally back to 2 guys in the ring. And now what's he doing? Just distracting the referee, and now he's pounding on Tony Trouser. Looks like Jacob's taking matters into his own hands, drops the elbow to the heart of Tony Trouser, just pounding him. He's getting right in his face. Those elbow smashes right to the cheekbone and the jawbone of Tony Trouser. He's going to break the man's bones like that, JT.
Good. Then he won't ever have to show his face in IZW again. No more butt stash. I mean, come on, Trouser, let's go.
You see a knee to the midsection there by Marty Murphy.
Come on, Marty. I'll give you $50 if you don't hurt him.
The rest on the outside of the ring definitely.
I'll share a quarter of my winnings.
Murphy here. Look, Jacob just choking him in the corner as the referee is distracted. Of course, our cameraman getting right in the center of the action on IZW Impulse. Look at Tony just falling right over. You can see this better on the monitors than we can in our ringside position. That's how good the camera work has been this week on IZW Impulse. Now choking him over that top rope as Justin Freemeyer laying the count in on Marty Murphy. He has till 5, JT, as he's very quick to inform the referee.
And you can utilize that count to the fullest. Go for the cover. Come on, Marty. Oh.
Only gets 2 as Tony Trouser still able to kick out. We've seen it weeks past. There's a lot of fight in Tony Trouser. And you're rooting for him to get the pin, and then you're a sigh of relief when they kick out, JT.
And I put a big wager on this one.
I think you better keep that one a little quiet. I don't know if you want the IZW Board of Directors to hear that you're wagering on matches that you're supposed to be impartial in calling here, JT.
I am being partial. What are you talking about?
Actually, this is the most impartial you've ever been in a 602 Wrecking Crew match. It might have something to do with the interest you have in the opposing team. As Jacob now setting him up for that suplex and a cradle the leg and go for a fisherman suplex. Blocked here by Tony Trouser. Oh, blocked again. Jacob now hits him with a kick, spins out with a huge lariat, short arm clothesline in the center of the ring.
Look at that force. The force by Jacob the right. Herzberg right there.
Going for the cover. Only gets 2. That was very impressive. Really took his head off with that short arm.
And you can tell in the intensity in his face, they need a victory right here. They need this victory.
Now sending him back into the corner as we get a great shot in here and see all the action.
Great tag team wrestling.
Marty Murphy now picking him up. Just picks him up. The strength of the Irish hand grenade. Picking him up like a sack of potatoes. Drops down with that forearm across the face. Frenchy Riviera trying to get in. Save his partner, referee Justin Freemeyer, over to stop that one. Marty Murphy now going for the cover.
Great tag team wrestling right here. I'm very impressed with my boys, the 602 Wrecking Crew. They are tearing Tony Trouser up.
Looks like since their little conversation on the outside of the ring, they have righted the ship a little bit, JT. The 602 Wrecking Crew getting back to what we've come to expect as Marty drops the chin across the knee, transfers that force right through the jawbone of Tony Trouser again. Trying to knock him out. Huge left-handed chop to the chest of Tony Trouser. And that's not a large chest he's chopping either, JT.
I think Tony Trouser needs to make a tag to Frenchy Riviera right here. Would increase the chances of victory in this tag team match because the 602 Wrecking Crew keeps Tony Trouser on their side of the ring. It's big trouble.
That's right, JT. Discussing the odds, are you, JT, given what you've done in your wager that you've placed in this match? I hope you're not placing wagers on every one of our matches, JT.
No, I would probably wouldn't be here.
That's true, you might be.
I can still stay over tonight, right?
But did you miss your rent payment again, JT?
Yeah, I did.
I think the combination of you missing your rent payment and Destiny not returning your messages on my
Hey, my love life has nothing to do with this.
Your love life has nothing to do with anything right now, JT, as we've got a reversal by Jacob the right Herzberg. Elbow to the chin of Tony Trouser. Look at the intensity of the riot here as he covers him in the center of the ring. Only gets 2.
And that's that collegiate wrestling background that a state champion, the Grand Canyon State Gladiator, Jacob the Right Herzberg, has to use against all his opponents here in IZW.
And that's what the past 6 weeks have been doing to Jacob the Right Herzberg. These guys have not won in recent weeks. They lost to Native Blood at the March Super Show. They've lost to Tony Trouser and Frenchy Riviera several times. Jacob's just not used to losing, JT. He's always been a winner. He's trying to get back on that track here tonight on IZW Impulse. And the same with Marty Murphy. In the short career that these guys have had, they've done nothing but win. This is all foreign to them.
And it's very depressed. I mean, you get to see how these guys are in the locker room. They're just not happy campers.
Tony reversing out of that running power slam, hits the inverted DDT in the center of the ring. This could be the opening Tony Trouser needs to bring Frenchy Riviera back in. Frenchy's had a lot of time to rest, JT. There's been a lot of quick tags by the 602 Wrecking Crew. And Frenchy's been on the outside the whole time. Look at Tony. He's dancing up, JT.
No, this is not good.
He's dancing up. He's going to make that tag. If Jacob doesn't get in and do something quick, or if Marty doesn't make the tag.
Dance. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah. Let's go. Yes.
Makes the tag into Frenchy Riviera.
No.
Jacob not in time. Right to the head by Frenchy Riviera. Big chop.
Oh, this is not
as he backed into the corner, whipping him across the ring. Marty Murphy cuts him off at the pass and clotheslines him right out of his boots, JT. That could be the opportunity the 602 Wrecking Crew needs to get off this losing streak, as now double kicks to the gut here, trying to wear him down. Double Irish whip, and sends him into his partner in the corner.
Wow, that moved 20 inches right there.
That's a big man they threw across the ring there, and now they're trying to take Tony Trouser out of this match as well. Looks like Jacob's going to suplex him into the ring. I thought he was going to keep him on the outside. He actually suplexed him inside. Very proud of himself there, trying to get the crowd to applaud for him. That's obviously not going to happen here in the sets.
I think you need 2 referees to do any kind of tag team match. It's just, there's too much havoc.
Justin Freemeyer has definitely had his work cut out for him here, as Jacob only able to get 2 after that suplex now. Bringing the arm in the center of the ring. This one has gone on a long time, JT. All 4 of these guys got to be tired, especially Tony Trouser. He has taken a beating for the better part of the second half of this match here.
Put him on a payroll for as long as he's been in the ring.
602 Wrecking Crew now making the quick tags again, bringing Marty Murphy back into the center of the ring. Just look at the fatigue on Tony Trouser. Marty just laughing at him, just mocking him, just telling him to get up. Tony
Trouser's, he's out of gas. That's all I can say. That he's on well over E right here.
Now just punching and
that's
his way
instinct.
out of it, chopping him to the chest. That is all instinct, JT.
It's resorted to street fighting.
And then we saw a big forearm to the back of the head as all it took one shot, taking back off his feet thanks to the power, the absolute power as you like to call it.
Absolute power!
Now shoulder tackle right in the center, just knocking Tony Trouser right onto his back here in the center of the ring.
Tony Trouser needs to make a tag.
Drops the head right down.
Another desperation shot.
It worked though. It looks like he's definitely stunned Marty Murphy. Tony trying to dance his way back over the corner again and bring in Frenchy. Because the last tag he made was not very fruitful as Jacob just brought him back into the center of the ring.
Come on, make that tag, Trouser. Come on, make that tag.
Say both guys trying to take a tag. Trouser's lost a boot here as he goes over to make his tag into Frenchy Riviera. His friend, mentor, and partner, Frenchy coming in. Jacob's in as well. Clotheslines for everybody by Frenchy Riviera. A big right hand to Jacob the Right Herzberg. Another right hand to Marty Murphy. Series of right hands to the Irish hand grenade. Drops the atomic elbow across the forehead.
Juking and driving right there. Jiving, I should say, by
Chops to the corner by Frenchy.
Chop City right here.
Now he's just choking him out. Just trying to take all the life out of the Irish hand grenade. Looks like he's setting him up for an Irish whip here. Send him across in reversal. Now again, just distracting the referee.
Whoa!
I don't even know what he hit him with, JT. He hit him with something. Now Marty Murphy going for the cover.
2, 3.
The 602 record, victorious. They've pulled off the victory. JT, why aren't you celebrating, JT?
No.
The boys finally won the match. They finally defeated.
I mean, yay.
Look at it. Jacob the Right. What did he have, JT? You see on a replay here. I don't know what he had, but he decked him with it. Looked like a chain that he had under that.
Go guys, yeah.
Goes for the cover. JT, I just realized you lost money again thanks to the 602 wrecking crew. JT,
ladies and gentlemen, I am ringside with everybody's favorite, everybody's favorite champion, the IZW Impulse champion, Antonio Mestre. Antonio, you've been defending your belt non-stop since you captured it back in March. Who's next for everyone's favorite champion?
I don't know, let's see. We've had Johnny Dynamite. We've had GQ Gallo. Then, 2 weeks ago, I wasn't here at the sets. Defending the title outside of Arizona. All those listeners, all those watchers, all the fans tune into Impulse and you'll see exactly who I faced. So this whistle here, this whistle is supposed to represent fending off fear, fending off opponents. Watching the Discovery Channel with all the fans, I realized that this whistle is supposed to fend off like cougars and pumas and things like that. So I carry it with me because a fan gave it to me. Apparently this thing doesn't work because everybody, from Joe to Jane to Johnny to GQ to just not everybody. Tonight, we're gonna get a little spicy. We're gonna get a little Latino. And tonight, we're gonna wrestle a Now I don't want to give away any names per se, but they've issued the challenge. And like I say, anytime, anywhere, anybody.
In the corner to my right, he hails from Des Moines, Iowa. He weighs in at 272 pounds. He is the man, the myth, the length, and the width. The limited. No. All right. The fun and games are over, boys. The chief is back in the house. This is what happens when I go away for a couple of weeks. I come back into the flip-flop friggin' lumberjack match. An IZW sanctioned match. So no matter what happens to either one of you, I am not going to be held responsible. So good luck to the both of you. You're the one sitting in the hell. Ready? All right, ladies and gentlemen, as I was saying, he is the man, the myth, the length, and the width. opponent in the corner to my left, from Butte, Montana, weighing in at 275 pounds, he is Fearless Jack Bull!
We finally have the flip-flop lumberjack match, JT. Last week, last episode, excuse me, we had a huge flip-flop match, and carnage ensued between Fearless Jack Bull and the limited edition Tommy Drake. So much that Tommy Drake left. He left the ring, JT. The flip-flops are just too much for these guys to handle, and that's why we now have a flip-flop lumberjack match. Nowhere for Tommy Drake to run, nowhere for Tommy Drake to hide. As Jack Bull will finally get his hands on the limited edition as he hits it with the inverted atomic drop in the center of the ring. Headbutt right to the side, right to the temple. Look, he almost went out of the ring, and all those lumberjacks are ready, JT. They're ready to hit him with those flip-flops and do some more damage.
A lot of bad blood between these two guys right here. You can tell with the intensity with these going after each other. I mean, if you recall, last IZWM Pulse, Jack Bull did one on the count out. Tommy Drake booked it and left. So,
Up and left. Up and left, JT. Now he's got a rubber chicken. If a flip-flop wasn't enough, JT, now we've got a rubber chicken in the match.
The San Diego Chicken is in the house here.
We've seen feuds escalate to crazy levels before. We saw a no disqualification brawl at the last Super Show. We've seen I Quit matches, chain matches, strap matches. But this thing escalated to a flip-flop match, JT. And as we saw 2 weeks ago, I was fearing for the fan safety. I was fearing for our safety. And now we've got, close to 40 flip-flops out there. Again, another match where I'm surprised that the IZW board of directors, in fact, Steve King refused to sanction this match, as we saw earlier. He doesn't want to be responsible for the injuries that can be done in a match of this nature.
Of course, I mean, the danger of a flip-flop is just unbearable. I mean, the odor and just the overall power of the flip-flop can knock you out.
And then we saw Tommy Drake there arguing with referee Justin Freemeyer, and then as Fearless Jack Bull came behind him, hit him with a Greco-Roman shot to the lower nutsack region as he now just kicked Jack Bull outside the ring. And look at everybody just pounding on Fearless Jack Bull with those flip-flops. Some of the wrestlers coming to his aid here.
Of course, I mean,
he's got close to 20 wrestlers outside the ring. This could escalate very soon, JT. Things could get very ugly if these guys don't get along on the outside of the ring as well as the inside of the ring here in the flip-flop lumberjack match.
You got 99% of that IZW roster out there for the flip-flop match. I think it's just about everybody's out there.
Yeah, the only person I don't see out there is the champ. Don't see the champ out there. I do see everybody else's. Now, the reverse chin lock locked in by the limited edition Tommy Drake. He's trying to wear down Fearless Jack Bull. We haven't seen the flip-flops come into play just yet by either of the two competitors in this match. We have seen them come into play with the Lumberjacks, and once those flip-flops come into play, all bets are off, JT.
Like I said, I don't think, I think I'm not going to see too many wrestlers in this match.
This is a fight.
A pure 6 brawl right here.
Pure fight that we are front row ringside for. And if an errant flip-flop comes our way, JT, and injures one of us, the board of directors is going to have to be held responsible.
Well, of course.
For letting this match go on.
I'm in an unsafe working environment. I need a couple more beers so I don't feel the flip-flop hitting me. You know what I mean?
Thought we could get through one show without your alcohol problems, JT, but obviously not. As we have both these guys now back in the center of the ring, Jack Bull back in, Tommy Drake with a big right hand on the side of the head, just going for the temple and the ear of Jack Bull. Another shot to that ear.
Those are like a hammer going at it, pounding at a nail. Seriously.
Looks like it's actually motivating Jack Bull here as he gets back up to his feet. The crowd getting behind Jack Bull, many of the Lumberjacks getting behind Jack Bull.
Does Jack Bull think he's Iron Man? You know that movie's coming out.
Low, Jack Bull's got the momentum on his side now. The southpaw with the big left hands to the side of the head. Another headbutt to the temple by Fearless Jack. A very direct shot, can knock a man out in one clear shot with those headbutts to the temple. Clotheslining him out of the ring.
I tell you what, you could feel
this is bad news for the limited edition Tommy Drake. He's got about 15 Lumberjacks hitting him with flip. Even the Shy Girl getting in on the action outside. Look at that.
You could feel the electricity in this match.
He's trying to get back into the ring, and they're pulling him back out. Ryan Lynch in the ring, kick to the gut, a seated ace crusher on Jack Bull. Jack Bull is out cold in the center of the ring, and Tommy Drake going for the cover. Where did Ryan Lynch come into play, JT? He came out of nowhere while the Lumberjacks were just going to town on Tommy Drake. Drake is still in pain, but he's picked up the victory here, and now he's got Ryan Lynch back in the ring to celebrate with him.
It looks like Tommy Drake has proved dominance over Jack Bull right here.
I think Ryan Lynch had a lot to do with that. We don't even
Hey,
know
who cares?
These two guys were aligned
it's a
together,
victory.
and obviously we've got a new pairing here in ICW, a new relationship. Ryan Lynch raising the hands of the limited edition, and now they're throwing flip-flops. JT, we've got flip-flops flying. That is not good. We got to sign off on this one. I don't want to get hit by a flip-flop.
Dang it.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am here with fearless Jack Bull, who just fell in defeat in the Lumberjack.
Fell in defeat! Did you see what happened? First thing I know, I'm kicking the crap out of Tommy Drake. I knock him outside, they're whipping his ass with a bunch of flip-flops. The next thing I wake up and I'm counting the freaking ceiling tiles. What happened?
Ryan Lynch, he jumped you from behind. The great Ryan Lynch.
Ryan Lynch! You dare put your hands on me and ruin my inaugural flip-flop match! In 2 weeks, Lynch, you will pay for what you did tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing first in the corner to my right, from Mexico City, Mexico, he weighs in at 150 pounds, Lucha. And in the corner to my left, from Rio de Janeiro, he weighs in at 195 pounds, he is the ICW Impulse Champion, Mestre.
Every episode on IZW Impulse, the Impulse Championship is defended as Antonio Mestre now giving Lucha Reigns a piece of his own medicine. He's got his own mask on here, JT.
I just want to say it's Nacho Man right here. Nacho Libre. You remember that movie?
I do remember that movie, and Antonio Mestre trying to, I don't know if he's showing respect to Lucha Reigns here, or if he's trying to psychologically get in his head by donning a mask right before the match gets underway.
I can tell these two are definitely not enemies or strangers to each other, one another. I have seen these two travel together. They do know each other really well. I think this is going to be a really good match. I think the fans in the attendance here at the sets and in here on the Impulse are in real treat for this one.
Of course, Antonio Mestre taking on all comers with that Impulse Championship. A lot of fans were surprised when he was not on the last episode of ICW Impulse to defend that title. In fact, he was defending it in Chicago against Lionheart, a former ICW World Heavyweight Champion, a match that you can see exclusively at ImpactZoneWrestling.com, at impulse.impactzonewrestling.com. You can see how Antonio Mestre was able to successfully defend that championship. Very unorthodox style of match against Lionheart.
Chi-Town, baby. I love Chicago. I always have a good time when I go to Chicago.
So you've got a test of wits here in the center of the ring as they're rolling through. Everybody's trying to gain an advantage as Mestre rolling through there. Holding that knuckle lock for a while now. Mestre ringing that arm around, gets behind with the hammer lock. Keeping all that pressure, trying to push his weight right onto the back. Lucha trying to get some momentum, snaps out, snapmare there across the center of the ring. Both men on their feet. We got a collar and elbow tie up, arm drags through those Lucha Reigns. Lucha now sporting his white outfit, white mask and white pants. And the last time we saw that outfit involved in a match, Lucha very successful, got a big victory over Lucha Reigns. Except it was Mucha wearing that mask, JT. Very Lucha Reigns wearing that outfit almost like a badge of honor, when he was able to defeat his brother and longtime tag team partner in that mask versus mask match to come out on top. And the sky's been the limit for Lucha Reigns ever since.
Oh yeah, he's recently been teaming up with Mike G, and after the tag team gold unsuccessfully though, but we could maybe see if Lucha Reigns can be successful against Antonio Mestre, maybe that costume he's wearing right now will be the factor.
Maybe a little superstitious now as the mask not faring too well for Mestre, is obviously he's had enough of it. Taking that mask off, throwing it at Johnny Rocks, our ring announcer here at ringside. Mestre, I don't think, expected quite the onslaught that he's gotten from Lucha Reigns. Maybe he's underestimated his opponent a little bit as he hits him with that big kick, knocking him right across the knees, down on the ring apron. You saw Lucha Reigns' head just bounce off that ring apron, and that's not a lot of padding right there, JT. Nothing but steel and wood and canvas hitting you right in the face, as we saw from Lucha Reigns.
And it's unforgiving, too. Ain't your friend, I'll tell you that right now.
Oh, yeah, human body versus steel. Steel's going to win out every single time. As Antonio with a thunderous chop to the chest of Lucha Reigns. Antonio doesn't always have the size advantage over his opponents. We've seen him take on some heavier competitors, heavier than himself, such as GQ Gallo and Johnny Dynamite. He was able to get submission victories in both of those matches. He's been on a string ever since he's won that title, JT. He's been able to pick up a submission against all of his opponents. We'll see if he can continue that here tonight against Lucha Reigns. Of course, he's got to watch out for that springboard sheer knee by Lucha Reigns that we've seen him use many times to pick up a big victory.
Very impressive wrestler right here, Antonio Mestre, as he goes for that patented respecto sidewalk slam right there with execution right there. Only two. No, sir. Only two.
No, sir. That's right. Only able to get a 2 count. And Antonio looks very impressed here with the crowd and with his opponent as he gets some momentum and just stomping him right in the center of the ring. As soon as Lucha tries to get up, Mestre just stomps him right back down. Antonio Mestre been in the business longer than Lucha Reigns had. Definitely has the experience advantage. Obviously his first major singles championship here in Impact Zone Wrestling. He's taking it very seriously too, JT. He's not taking his opponents lightly. He's prepared very well for every single one of his opponents, and that's why no one has been able to wrest that title away from around the waist of Antonio Mestre. Sunset flip here. Mestre trying to get some momentum to pull out of it, not able to do so. Only gets 2 though, does Lucha Reigns. I thought we had a new champion for a second there.
I think Mestre wanted a hand right there, and referee Justin Freeman ain't having it. He's got to be impartial, or fair and partial in this match. He can't be helping any wrestler.
Drop kick out of the corner by Mestre. Only good enough for a 2 count there, as Mestre campaigning with referee Justin Freemeyer, trying to get a 3 count in it.
I think he's arguing right there, saying he's not Mexican because Justin Freemeyer counted 2 and said dos.
Well, it was only a 2 count, JT.
Maybe he
not
was
able to pick up the victory.
Maybe he was thinking he was in a Lucha Libre match of some sort.
That's very possible here, as Lucha Reigns now pounding his way back up to his feet, kick to the midsection of Antonio Mestre. Irish whip across the ring, reversal by Mestre, big elbow to the chest, taking Lucha off of his feet, barely knocked him out of his boots there, JT.
A lot of force right there by Antonio Mestre. He's pulling out all the stops, and he's realizing what kind of competitor he's up against with Lucha Reigns right here. Multiple-time tag team champion right here, not to be taken lightly here.
Oh yeah, Lucha Reigns is no slouch. That's why he got this opportunity. There's a huge roster full of wrestlers who can get a shot at that championship, the Impulse Championship, and the board of directors very selective. And Lucha Reigns good enough to earn a shot, as we see the trio of suplexes here, the 3 amigos by Antonio Mestre, going for that 3rd one. Has him over, sets him up right into the ropes. We'll see exactly. Antonio Mestre getting fired up, JT. We'll see exactly what he has in store for Lucha Reigns here.
He's really taking it to Lucha Reigns right here, as Lucha Reigns earlier on took it to Antonio Mestre right here. Very seesaw matchup right here between the two. I'm liking this match a lot.
Mestre looked like he was going to go up top and then thought better of it.
Oh!
Jawing with the fans. Obviously too much time there as Lucha Reigns able to get out of the way.
I believe
Lucha now on the outside.
I believe it knocked the wind out of him. And if that right there, that's another exclamation point right there.
Yeah, springboard right to the back. Spinning double heel kick by Lucha Reigns. Innovative offense as he runs at him with a clothesline. Gets some momentum off the ropes. High cross body block. He's got him in the center of the ring. Only gets 2. Antonio Mestre able to kick out Lucha Reigns. A very close calls here. He's got to be feeling that title within his grasp, JT.
He's all over the place. I mean, you're going to have to call air traffic control again for this match. I mean, Sky Harbor Airport better be ready for this.
Oh yeah, the high-flying action never stops here at Impact Zone Wrestling. Mestre moving out of the way, has him in the corner. Huge kick to the chest. Follows up with another one. A lot of momentum now. Those kicks to the chest, taking all the air. Trademark, and Lucha Reigns had it scouted very well, getting out of the way of Antonio Mestre. Lucha now trying to follow up. Big left hand to the face, springboarding in. Looks like he was trying to go for a head scissors there. Mestre now just trying to block it, trying to get him in position. Drops him chest and face first in the match. We've seen Mestre use this successfully before. 1, 2. Not able to pick up the victory. Not able. Lucha too close to the ropes, able to kick out. I thought it was over. Lucha Reigns, though, showing he's not ready to give up just yet. He wants that title. Mestre could be setting him up. Looks like he's got him set up for the Brazilian shooter. Able to lock it in. I don't know if Lucha can get to the ropes.
I think it's academic right here.
Mestre has it locked in. Lucha tapped out. Antonio Mestre continues the string of submission victories here as Lucha Reigns taps out to the Brazilian shooter. Your winner is everyone's favorite champion, the Impulse champion, Antonio Mestre, as he celebrates with the fans here on IZW Impulse JT.
Very impressive victory. Antonio Mestre, my hat's off to him.
You see on our monitors now, we've got a replay. Trying to go for that head scissors. Mestre just fighting his way out of it. Drops him chest first down in the center of the ring. And then not able to get the 3 count there, but locks him in for the Brazilian shooter and picks up yet another submission victory for the Impulse champion here on another successful title defense on IZW Impulse.
Ready? Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, I am here with the New York Giant, AJ Summers. AJ, tonight is a bittersweet night for all of Impact Zone Wrestling. Your final night in IZW. This is your opportunity to say goodbye to all of your fans, all of the wrestlers you've competed with, and everybody in Impact Zone Wrestling.
Well, you're right, Greg. Tonight is a bittersweet night. AJ Summers' final match in IZW. But instead of saying goodbye, I'm the type of guy that likes to say see you later. Because I know for a fact tonight is definitely not going to be the last time it's summertime here in IZW. But for now, I want to thank everybody, the fans that supported me, everybody in the back, you guys for the production. It goes a long way, and it's very heartfelt. Since I've been here, you guys have welcomed me, and I greatly appreciate that. So again, I'm not going to say goodbye, but I will say see you later, because it's not the last time you see AJ Summers on IZW.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing first. In the corner to my left, he hails from Hilo, Hawaii, weighing in at 238 pounds. He is the IZW submission specialist. He is the Hawaiian Lion. And ladies and gentlemen, appearing in his last and final match in IZW. He was the IZW first invitational winner. He is the New York Giant himself from Brooklyn, New York. He weighs in at 170 pounds. He is AJ Summers.
And it is main event time on IZW Impulse, and it is bittersweet, JT, as we heard Johnny Rocks announce, this is AJ Summers' final match here in Impact Zone Wrestling, and it is our privilege and our pleasure to get to sit ringside as he shakes hands with Johnny Rocks for the very last time he gets announced by our ring announcer here in Impact Zone Wrestling. A final match for AJ Summers before he moves on from Impact Zone Wrestling. He's moving back to the East Coast, going to compete in the Carolinas, a very tradition-rich, a lot of history in the Carolinas, of course. Who better an opponent than the Hawaiian Lion, John Williams, a man who AJ has been linked with since February of this year, going back and forth in one-on-one competition, tag team competition, and now his final match. He tries to pull off one more victory against the Hawaiian Lion, and AJ, even though tonight's a night of celebration, he's taking it to the Hawaiian Lion early.
Oh, wow, he's taking it to him right there. He's giving it to him. It's summertime. I tell you what, I don't like AJ, but I have to say it is summertime right now in the ring.
Oh yeah, it's summertime here in the crowd. The fans have brought beach balls. They're celebrating. They're just having a great time celebrating the career that we've seen in AJ Summers. And AJ, he wants to go out on top. He wants to show everybody exactly what he's been able to do.
Oh!
In a short time in the Hawaiian Lion. Just blocked that discus with a punch to the face.
Wow, I think he
knocked AJ Summers right off his feet and on his back. He almost knocked him clear out.
I think he's out cold. What surprised me.
And we've seen a lot more intensity out of the Hawaiian Lion, John Williams, in recent weeks. As he hits it with that exploder suplex right into the corner.
Double whammy right
Summers
there.
is taking a beating here in his final match. Hawaiian Lion, John Williams, not taking it easy on a man that he's grown to respect through competition here in Impact Zone Wrestling. Of course, the new intense Hawaiian Lion, John Williams, that we've seen trying to prove a point to the board of directors and get his shot at the Unified Champion Triple X Lawrence Tyler.
You know, one thing I've noticed about John Hawaiian Lion Williams, when he lost that title, I could tell he was more hungrier, he was more angrier. He definitely perceived as a lion, just hungry and aggressive and going after any prey possible. Prey, I should say. Sorry.
Oh yeah, I mean the Hawaiian Lion, John Williams. He's made some questionable decisions, attacking people after matches, not showing up for a tag team match with AJ Summers. You know, it's not anything that he's doing. It's spread out of competition and frustration that this man has, and now he's focused on one goal, and that is getting gold back around his waist here in Impact Zone Wrestling. And I don't even know how the Hawaiian Lion, John Williams, feels about being, you know, almost an afterthought here in AJ Summers' final match, and obviously he's trying to prove that point to the fans and everybody here at the Sets in Tempe, Arizona. He's not going to let himself be an afterthought, JT. As we see that trademark lion chop to the chest of AJ Summers, he is not taking it lightly on AJ in his final match here in IZW.
I think a concern right now is AJ's condition after the roundhouse punch and then the exploder suplex to the post. I mean, I don't know if he'd be able to continue this match. It looks like he's very doesn't look worse for wear right there, and it's only opening seconds of the match.
Yeah, we saw a European uppercut by the Hawaiian Lion, John Williams. AJ able to reverse a whip and send Lion right into the ring apron now as AJ trying to get back in, trying to stay on the offense. Kicks to the gut of the former World Heavyweight Champion. Of course, AJ Summers was the winner of the first ever Impact Zone Wrestling Invitational Tournament, winning that tournament back in January as Hawaiian Lion with this beautiful standing drop kick in the corner while AJ's leg was tied up. He could blow out a knee like that, JT.
And he beat 3 other prestigious wrestlers in that.
Oh yeah, and two in the finals. He beat several on his way to the finals and then beat Antonio Mestre. And of course, who can forget the frog splash 3/4 of the way across the ring to get the pinfall victory over the feature presentation, Jay Garland, and win that trophy that was almost as tall as he was, JT. Very proud of that moment, a defining moment in the career here in IZW of AJ Summers.
I think he was feeling froggy, and I think he could feel froggy tonight against Hawaiian Lion and leave Impact Zone Wrestling jumping from toadstool to toadstool.
Yeah, I mean, you know, a lot of times you'll see a wrestler in his final match, he gets caught up in the emotion, caught up in the fanfare, and not able to pick up that victory in their last match because they're obviously distracted. AJ Summers been focused all week. He wants to win his last match in IZW and send everybody out with that memory of him on top.
And he wants people to know who AJ Summers was. He wants people to know it's summertime here in IZW, regardless if he's around or not. And I believe he'll make that point, regardless if he wins or loses.
The fans already know that it's been summertime here in IZW. You could put together a whole DVD of great matches that AJ Summers has been able to put on here for the fans of the Sets in Tempe, Arizona, and all over Impact Zone Wrestling. And Hawaiian Lion now has been a Boston Crab in the ropes. Not a legal maneuver, but definitely very effective. Just wrenching that back of AJ Summers, just trying to work him over and prepare him for many of the trademark maneuvers that Hawaiian Lion utilizes to defeat his opponents.
You know, I'm not a big fan of AJ Summers, but I respect him. I respect what he's done for the business. I respect his passion for the business. And I think when he goes to North Carolina, he'll express that same passion, that same love anywhere he goes.
Yeah, he's got a double clothesline there. AJ trying to go for a clothesline. Hawaiian Lion hits one of his own. Obviously, Lion's a little more impact than AJ's, and he gets the cover now. Only gets 2 in the center of the ring. Still more fight left in AJ Summers. Doesn't want to go out with a loss here in his final wrestling match in Impact Zone Wrestling. And of course, JT, all the celebration, this action-packed show we've had tonight. We do have to make the announcement, starting with our next episode of IZW Impulse and our next tapings at the Sets in Tempe, Arizona. It is no longer just Impact Zone Wrestling. We are now NWA Impact Zone Wrestling. JT was announced to the crowd earlier by Board of Directors Representative Steve King. The NWA membership, Impact Zone Wrestling, is now part of the National Wrestling Alliance. Of course, we have the NWA Arizona Heavyweight Championship, and by being a member of the NWA can only bring more competition and more prestige to Impact Zone Wrestling. It's hard to imagine IZW becoming more prestigious, JT, and one of the few things that could accomplish that is a membership in the National Wrestling Alliance.
Oh boy.
As we see Hawaiian Lion locking that armbar in, as well as just tying up AJ Summers, wrenching across that back in the midsection. AJ able to fight out, but now Hawaiian Lion with a big elbow to the face, stopping the momentum of AJ Summers, trying to stop Summertime in the center of the ring.
I can tell. I think he's definitely stopping Summertime right here. I agree with you on that one. Hawaiian Lion just needs to keep AJ Summers grounded and away from that top rope, because AJ is very notorious for going off that top rope and leaping like a frog.
And then drop that elbow in the center of the ring. Still only able to get 2. Of course, the last time these two met in one-on-one competition, Hawaiian Lion went for a big suplex, and he started to get up. AJ Summers just rolled him up with a small package in the center of the ring and got the 3 count.
And it came out of nowhere. Hawaiian Lion did not see it coming.
No, we didn't see it coming. The fans didn't see it coming. Nobody saw it coming. as AJ Summers now shoulder block, just trying to chop the big man down. A second clothesline in the center of the ring. It's like chopping down a tree, JT. It's not easy to do. And Lion blocking that clothesline with double forearm. It's a clothesline to the back of the head of AJ Summers. You can knock a man out like that, especially with the force that is delivered by the Hawaiian Lion, John Williams. He hurt his own hand with that one.
I think John Williams is playing knockout with AJ Summers right here.
Going for the cover in the center of the ring, only gets two. Hawaiian Lion not able to pick up the victory yet. Again, he wants to send AJ Summers out in defeat here in IZW.
Two young warriors here in the ring right here, just striving to prove who is the best in IZW. I think either man is a winner in this match no matter what.
Of course, you got to know a lot of the folks in the Carolinas are watching this match very closely here on IZW Impulse, wanting to see what they're getting in AJ Summers. And again, you know, it's part of the National Wrestling Alliance. I mean, there's great opportunities out there for all the IZW wrestlers with the NWA. Different title shots. You've got the NWA World Heavyweight Champion and Adam Pearce, the NWA World Tag Team Champions in Las Luchas. We'll see those guys in competition here in the future in Impact Zone Wrestling. Maybe somebody like the Hawaiian Lion, John Williams, can get a shot at the NWA World Heavyweight Championship.
Who knows? You never know. But AJ Summers looking still a little worse for wear. I think it's from the effects of the beginning of the match right here. Hawaiian Lion really took it to him in the beginning early on.
Here we see a body slam on that concrete floor, and like I said earlier, that steel in that ring is unforgiving. You know that concrete floor is not going to give.
Of course, it's hard. I mean, imagine being slammed on that, Greg DeMarco. Of course, you can't comment on something like that.
I've never been slammed on a concrete floor, JT, and I'm very happy about that fact.
And the closest thing you probably got to a concrete floor was when in kindergarten when some kid pushed you to the ground or something. Who knows?
How'd you know about that, JT? Come on, I don't bring things out of my past. I don't bring things out of your past.
Oh, yeah? My love life?
Again, I can't bring out something that doesn't exist, JT. Because we got stomps to the head now by the intense Hawaiian Lion, John Williams. Lion is obviously campaigning here for the board of the directors and the fans, showing them that he wants another shot to be a champion here in Impact Zone Wrestling.
You got to beat that top dog. That's Triple X Lawrence Tyler, the NWA and IZW unified heavyweight champion right there. And whoa,
another small package. This is how it won last time. Hawaiian Lion definitely ready for that one there. Able to kick out before three, and look at him. He saw how close he was to falling in defeat again to AJ Summers.
AJ looked like he just lost a bet at the casino or something.
Inverted atomic drop there by AJ. Gets momentum off the ropes. Hawaiian Lion able to throw that elbow in at the last second. Stop the momentum of AJ Summers as the crowd getting behind AJ. They want to see him win this match. AJ flips out of it there. Able to drop off, but Hawaiian Lion grabs him. AJ now reversing. Looks like some head scissors. Gets him in a side Russian leg sweep.
Wow, this match, I can't tell who's coming and going right here. It's flurry. That's all I can say.
It's non-stop action. These guys are almost even at this point. If we were scoring on points, this would be a deadlock tie, JT. He's going for that frog splash.
He's feeling froggy here, ladies and gentlemen, at the sets here. AJ Summers, he can do it. He does it.
With the frog splash, he connects in the center of the ring. Not able to make the cover right away. He's going to crawl over. Is he going to do it again?
What's going on here? This is not smart of AJ Summers right here. Just going, he could go for the cover and get the victory right
I am
here.
surprised he didn't go for the cover, but obviously he wants to inflict a little more punishment and ensure that he can get that 3 count.
I think there's still a little bad blood between the two guys. I think AJ is out to make a point against Hawaiian Lion here. I think this is ill-advised right here. Bad move right here.
And back up top now, Hawaiian Lion back to his feet. AJ and Hawaiian Lion hits Enziguri as he flew through the air. AJ is out cold in the center of the ring.
Good night.
That's going to do it. AJ Summers falling in defeat to the Hawaiian Lion, John Williams, in his final match here in Impact Zone Wrestling. All we can say is thank you to AJ Summers for all that he's been here in Impact Zone Wrestling. As we get the replay on our screen, beautiful Enziguri kick by the Hawaiian Lion, John Williams. You will be missed, AJ Summers. Congratulations for all you've done, and we wish you well. And of course, your winner in the final match here on this week's edition of Impact Zone Wrestling Impulse is the Hawaiian Lion, John Williams.